All right, guys, got the campfire going really nice and warm. That thing took off without any problems. Dry birch bark, dry firewood, kind of damp. I mean, it was dry enough on the inside, damp on the outside. So the key to lighting fires like that is preparation. Make sure your fire lays ready to go. Make sure your materials are not out in the wind and the rain, and just kind of go through the motions in your head before you actually do the action of lighting the fire. That way you're not fumbling around, losing your fire steel, knocking your wood over, or find yourself putting one stick on the fire at a time. Just build your fire lay, cram that flame into a nest, and it'll take off. So like I said earlier, there's all kinds of wood here littered all over the ground. I really don't need to collect any more. There's plenty right here. If I need a couple pieces, I'll throw it on the fire. But once that's established, I'll be able to throw on the wetter wood that has been left outside that is quite damp and sopping wet. Put that on there, it'll dry out and then burn, as well as the other stuff on there right now. So I'm basically just gonna chill out for a little bit. Boomer's in the tent sleeping. I just brought my chair and my hoodie out here right now because it is spitting with rain. I'm not sure how long it's gonna hold off for, but right now sitting here in the trees, I'm actually protected from most of the rain. I don't want to get my sweater or jacket wet. That's why I'm sitting on it. It's a little bit warmer and more comfortable. If I get that stuff wet, basically my clothing for tonight, my pillow, jacket for tomorrow morning, all that stuff will remain wet. So I'd rather get my t-shirt wet and my skin wet. Later on in the evening, I can hang my pants and my shirt up over top of the inner tent, and that'll dry out later on tonight. But a heavy sweater such as what I'm sitting on and a down jacket will be really difficult to dry out. Not only that, sitting next to a fire with a down-filled jacket's never a good idea. So I'm gonna relax out here for quite a while. Supper was really good, and I just need to kick back and relax. Gusts of wind, loads of rain hitting the tent right now, falling out of the canopy, dripping all over the place. We'll see how long we can last out here before the rain really comes in, and then we'll have to retreat inside of the tent. So let's kick back and enjoy this campfire. Alright guys, just jumping inside of the tent right now and gonna get really nice and comfortable. The rain's coming in off and on, quite heavy. I'm not terribly wet. My back is fairly damp because I didn't actually wear my hoodie outside. So my back is fairly damp, but everything else is pretty good. I'm gonna get changed out of all of this anyways because I have a change of clothes with me. So I'm gonna get these shoes off. Boomer is just itching to get in there. So he's already ahead of me. Get these off. Oh, whew, that feels so much better. So one thing we do have to do is, come on, a full tick check. I haven't seen any on Boomer, so believe it or not, the sweater actually helps keep them more visible once they're on him. It is cold and damp enough for him to wear the sweater too. And well, he loves it. He'll wear the sweater at home as well. And he's definitely looking for some cuddles right now. So I've got to check his face, his ears, all that good stuff, check for ticks. I do have his tent booties, his little slippers, so his nails don't puncture the pad, but I don't think we're going to need them this evening. What I'm probably going to do is put my sweater on the floor. He'll lay on top of that. It's really warm out. It's not terribly cold. Sleeping bag, I brought my near zero down bag with me, so let me talk about the gear, because I don't even think I talked about this at all yet. So sleeping bag, this is a near zero down fill bag. It is rated for, I believe it's -8 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is the near zero 20 long. Comfort limit is -8 Celsius or 18 degrees Fahrenheit. It weighs 2 pounds, which is 900 grams. 1 pound and 4 ounces fill weight of, I believe this is 850 fill goose down. So that's very high quality down. Super nice mummy style bag from Near Zero. I absolutely love this thing. Early fall, mid fall, summer for me, I mean, it works great. If it's hot, I just unzip it, but it packs very, very small. Incredible stuff. Near Zero gear is really great. I've got a lot of it. And speaking of Near Zero gear, I also brought a Near Zero sleeping pad. This pad's actually insulated. It is the Near Zero feather insulated regular. I'm not sure of the R value on it. Guys, I'll have to look that up. Check out Near Zero's website. They've got loads of good products. 1-person tents all the way up to 3-person tents, titanium gear, backpacks that are fully stocked and ready. All you need to do is buy the backpack. It has everything inside of it. Tent, sleeping bag, sleeping pad, pots, headlamps, everything. They have really great stuff on their website. So that's what I'm rocking this trip. And then the tent is the massive, I think they market it as like a 4-person tent, but it's a massive hot tent. So it's from Nature Hike. Very, very cool. I've used this in the wintertime with the wood stove positioned over here. The stove jack is right up on this side. And this tent gets rocking hot. It's incredible. With the sleeping compartment here in the summertime, that is fully removable if you want to have an open tent in the wintertime when there's no bugs. But I often find myself using the inner tent in the wintertime. With this bathtub floor, it helps keep the snow out of the sleeping area. And with Boomer as well, when he's in here sleeping, I zip the door shut, and then he can't wander out in the middle of the night. And the wood stove's pretty close. I mean, it's not terribly close. It's not going to burn anything, but it's close enough that I can reach out and put wood inside of the wood stove. This tent has 4 doors. It has a major door in the front, a side door, and then 2 kind of butterfly opening doors in the rear. All of these doors, except for the ones in the rear, have bug mesh. So I can actually drop the mesh panel right where the camera is and create this whole vestibule area as like a screen house. So you can sit here with a table and chair and still have the solid panel open and just drop the mesh to keep all the bugs out and just lounge inside the tent. So it works really great for that. So that's pretty much it. Backpack, I've got my Fjallraven Kev 52. Incredible backpack. Love that. If you guys did not see that episode when I received that, I actually had a special invite from Fjallraven to come into the store, and they gifted me that backpack. So I was super stoked to be able to go in the store and work with those guys and have a look at the products. There is a video on that. I'll drop it down in the video description if I remember. If I don't, it was the video uploaded just before this one, or 2 videos before this one. Just have a look at the video playlist. But I'm basically going to get ready to relax. I do have my down jacket up top, which has been airing out, which is incredible with this tent. I'll mention that there's a massive area up there to store things, and it's all mesh, so it dries out really quick. So my down jacket is actually nice and dry. So I'll use that as a pillow and give this hoodie to Boomer and call it a night. So I'm going to get real nice and comfortable in here, guys. Wait for the rain to come back. It is raining off and on right now, so I just want to get in, get comfortable. I'm going to close that main door, shut that all the way, and take care of some food items. I don't like leaving food in the open in the summertime because animals can come into the tent. So I'm going to bag up his dog food and just take care of some of the dishes and make sure everything's squared away. And then I'll see you guys first thing in the morning for some hot coffee. So good night, guys, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It is a very, very wet and cold and ominously cloudy, thunder and lightning filled morning out there and kind of in here this morning. So early this morning, probably, I don't know, I want to say about 3 in the morning, the rain started coming in. The low rumble of thunder was pushing in and the winds were kicking up. Right now the winds have actually subsided, but the rain is still relentlessly coming in. So having this tent on this adventure, absolutely the correct choice. A couple things I could do right now to mitigate the water coming in would be, one, shut the door, which would be kind of boring because then I have nothing to look at. Two, I could actually close the mesh screen panel, which would stop a lot of the rain from blowing in, but again, I would kind of ruin my view outside. Three, could have turned the tent the other way, but I would have ruined my view again. So you guys see the common trend here. I like the action, I like the view. I'm not terribly worried about the water. It is coming in probably to about my knee, so literally about half of this vestibule area is getting some rainfall coming in. I've got a bowl placed down on the bottom here underneath of this this doorway that is just dripping. The reason why I've got that filling up with water is not to collect it, but it's actually just to hold the water, dump it, put the bowl back there so this entire area is not being swamped into a puddle. So early morning coffee today from inside of the tent. Boomer is tucked inside the corner, a little wet. I had my rain jacket out this morning. Man, that thing, I'm glad I brought that, I'll tell you that. Glad I brought it because I was just relying on my down jacket or my hoodie. I didn't expect all the rain to come in this morning. I expected it to be yesterday and last night. So, in my mind, I was already going to have the tent set up, not have to worry about it. But, yeah, the rain kind of showed up this morning and not last night. So, hanging outside of here, there was some lightning early this morning. There are 2 loons out on the lake right now, calling back to each other. I saw one of them in the mist across the lake. Really, really powerful image and sound and just the atmosphere to see that loon out there just calmly calling to the next one. So in the distance you might hear it on the microphone, pick it up every now and then. They're just right behind a tent on the lake. It's just crazy, crazy wet and rainy out there. I was outside for about 2 minutes. I know I look dry, but I'm actually not. I'm just one total color of wet clothing. So this morning was great, waking up dry, but that has since passed, long past. So I'm going to kick back, enjoy my coffee from inside of the tent, and see how long this lasts for. So cheers, guys, and good morning. Guys, it is a torrential downpour right now. So much so that I've actually got to move back inside of the tent. That rain is coming down crazy fierce right now. So I put the bowl back down on the ground, emptied it out. It literally took, I timed it, 33 seconds to fill up from empty. I just dumped it out again, sat down, and it's already half full. It is raining crazy hard out there. I can't even see the other side of the lake through the trees right now. It's just a white wall of rain. This is awesome. I love this. Having the extra room for this tent by far surpasses bringing a tent and a tarp. I've got walls blocking the rain from the sides. A tarp can't do that. Not on all sides anyways. So this is awesome, guys. Alright guys, well with that rain still coming in really steady, sitting right next to the door, getting quite wet actually. I think it's probably best to get back inside of the tent. So I'm just going to lounge inside the sleeping area here, get my shoes pulled in, up on the insulated sleeping pad, which is actually quite warm, surprisingly, and just relax. So Boomer, come on. Boomer is actually enjoying laying on the floor. Come on. He comes up here and I think he's getting too warm, even though he's still soaking wet. He's in and out of the tent by himself. He's just curious. He likes to go in and out. But yeah, last night was pretty awesome, guys. Heard the loons late last night. Enjoyed the campfire before coming into the tent. Definitely a treat there. And like I said, easy, kind of calm, cool night until about 3-4 o'clock in the morning when the rain really opened up. I'm really happy it did because I love camping in the rain. My last two trips, not the last two trips, sorry, 2 trips ago, I had to set up in the pouring rain, and then the next camping trip after that, I woke up in the pouring rain in the middle of the night, and then this trip, again, waking up the next morning, total rainfall. So, I'm super happy with this, love camping in the rain. Boomer loves it too. Once he gets inside of the tent, he's happy. But I think what I'm going to do right now is just kind of crash out for a few moments, have a lay down, close my eyes, listen to the rain. I've got my sweater and my down jacket up inside of my sleeping bag as a pillow. I've got my camera bag inside of here, and that's basically it. I like to keep everything outside, so it's kind of out of the living area. My rain jacket up top right now, which is drying out. Pretty much the lay of the tent here, so I'm gonna lay down, take a little bit of a relax, and see how long this rain lasts. Alright guys, it is a little bit later in the day. The rain has let up somewhat. Honestly, it's still coming down and it's about time for me to get out of here, so I'm gonna have to do the deed and just embrace the suck and get a little bit wet. So what I'm gonna do right now is my rain jacket inside is dry, the outside obviously not, but the inside is fairly dry. I'm gonna get the sleeping pad and sleeping bag packed up, jam that into the backpack, get every single thing here packed inside the bag except for the tent. The tent is going to be very last and is going to be a horrible mess, soaking wet. It's a large tent, it takes a few minutes to pack down, so I'm going to be absolutely drenched, no doubt. But once I start moving, I'll warm up. So once this is packed up, everything in the bag, we'll basically get hiking and get out of here. Camera bag I have with me is going to be priority 1 to keep dry. So it's going to be a little challenging, but I'm going to get all the small little pieces, odds and ends here packed up, and then do the deed of jumping outside and ripping the tent down. It's going to be interesting. Alright guys, I've got everything packed away inside of the bag. Everything is drenched. Boomer is hiding underneath of the camera right now. We've got the umbrella set up so he's dry. He will not come over to the camera. He does not look happy. I am absolutely, totally soaked and drenched. Time to get out of here, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys thought. And peace out. I'll catch you in the next one.